Hi, I'm Matt Nichols at MrMaple.com. Today we're going to be talking about a very unique tree for the landscape, Acer palmatum Gables Glory, sometimes referred to as the chameleon maple.
And I'm Tim at MrMaple.com. We greatly appreciate you watching our videos. Please like and subscribe to our YouTube channel, and as always, sign up for weekly emails on MrMaple.com.
You can see why this one sometimes is called the chameleon maple. Gables Glory is the right name, but this one goes through some amazing color changes. Chameleon fits it like to a T because it does some just really funky stuff, especially in the early spring. So when this one first leaves out, it gets to a very dark red. That color malts almost to a pinkish orange. So you get these pinkish orange hues over top of that. It goes through so many interesting color changes. From the first stage, you're going to get that first malt. Secondaries are going to be more orange flushes. So you get more orange flushes within the tree. After that, you actually get some crazy yellows. So it goes from more of an orange to a yellow. The new growth is going to continue to be this kind of fiery purplish red, so you get this kind of crazier color. Often midsummer, it's one of those trees that contrasts with itself like crazy because you'll have yellowish green older growth, orange to pink new growth. So you get this kind of crazy color pattern going on and a lot of contrast within the tree itself.
My favorite time of the year is right when that pink red is just getting infused with chartreuse green and yellows within the leaf with some oranges as well. I mean, it's just a tree that's going to give you a lot of dynamic color. For the best colors, make sure to give this some protection from the hot afternoon sun. Gables Glory is a nice hardy tree, but you want to make sure you give it some protection to really peak that color change up quite a bit. And the color changes is going to be something that's going to give you a wow factor that's going to stand out, and you're going to say, hey, what in the world is that? Because I've never seen a maple turn those colors before. But Gables Glory is hardy zones 5 through 9, so it's going to do fantastic for anyone down, and that's anyone who has winters all the way down to -20. Gables Glory is a fantastic tree. It'll do well in the landscape. It actually will get about 8 to 10 feet in height in about 15 years. It'll be 8 to 10 feet in height with a nice vase shape upright with about an 8 to 10 foot spread to it as well. So it's really going to make a nice full form tree that's going to give you a lot of colors that just are outrageous and almost seem unreal or photoshopped.
So here we have an up close look at Acer palmatum Gables Glory. As you can see, this has an incredible color. These trees are hitting some of their really fun spring colors. It almost has a metallic-y sheen to that pink on the leaf. So it goes through some interesting color changes. It'll start to contrast with itself a ton, as you can see. So you'll start to see a lot of self-contrast even within one tree.
Yeah, you really can start to see a lot of these chartreuses starting to come in. And it's going to really put on a lot of crazy color, as you can see here with some of the chartreuses and pinks and yellows.
A little bit of that yellow malting phase there. And malting is kind of the best way to describe it because this one just continues to throw on flushes that are so different and unique. This tree literally looks different every week when you look at it in the early spring for sure.
And these colors, you see those yellows starting to come in the leaf with some of these pinks. And as the season progresses, you start to get more and more of that crazy color, which is why this tree is sometimes called chameleon, but this was a selection called Gables Glory.
If you want to see more pics of that too, there's a link in the description below where you can check out Gables Glory on MrMaple.com with tons more photos and a full description there on that as well. So like Tim was saying, because of the height and the color, Gables Glory has a lot of great uses for the garden. This is one that I like as a focal point planting in the garden because it really shows off with that metallic-y pink new growth. It's one you're going to need to put in an area where you really want to have a showpiece because it's going to show out and have a lot of color. So if you've got early morning sun with late day shade, that's going to give you your best contrast on this tree. It's actually going to pick up those colors and give you the most interesting dynamic.
Gables Glory was a selection that a few years ago we went and traveled and visited Dale Laux, and he was introducing Lillian's Jewel and a bunch of other neat plants that time. And Gables Glory was one of the trees we picked up when we visited him. And he actually told us this was a selection that was introduced by Larry Gable. Fantastic tree, really rare. You don't see it often in the nursery trade. Dale's since passed away, but Gables Glory is a tree that's going to live on forever in gardens.
Yeah, really cool plant. I think we first got this from Dell back in 2009 at the Maple Society meeting was probably our first introduction to this one. Been an awesome plant for us and one we like to do a lot of for its color changes. So there we have a little look at Acer palmatum Gables Glory, sometimes called the chameleon maple. An awesome tree for the landscape and one you're sure to like. We greatly appreciate you liking and watching our videos and subscribing. We've had a lot of great comments and suggestions in the comments below, so please continue to add those comments, like and subscribe. That helps our channel get noticed and get a little bit more views. We're really enjoying doing these. We have a lot of fun things planned for this channel. We've got some interesting things coming up. Again, if you'd like to support our channel, definitely shop on MrMaple.com. We had 10 new trees every Tuesday at 10. So every Tuesday at 10 a.m. Eastern, we're doing the 10 at 10 release. All the time we're adding interesting and new cool things to that. So it's always different and changing. We try to pick out some really unique items for that and make it really fun. So sign up for those emails. And thanks again for watching our channel. Have a blessed day.